Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode inside a technological journey. In the last episode, we really made some cool progress and started our ethanol production. So we have a good amount of that set up, but I've done a lot of playing in between last episode and this one. Not too much progression, but just kind of some setup for today. And let's go ahead and get into what we started doing. So the first thing that we did is we took that MV electrolyzer that we made at the end of last episode and put that thing to work. We started electrolyzing some clay dust into getting a bunch of silicone. We then took that silicone into our electric blast furnace and got ourselves some monocrystalline silicone boules. So if anyone's ever played this before, those take forever to make, and I did not want to start doing that in this episode, otherwise it would never get done. It takes 450 seconds per each of them. So I just went ahead and made, I think I ended up with 17 of them, so I had a good amount. And let's go ahead and hop up into here. We can show you what we've been doing. It's going to look very different than what we had going on last episode, but to explain this, I'm going to head downstairs first. So in the last episode, we kind of got this setup going. These last three machines on the end here were for processing polycaprolactam in order to make ourselves some copper cables. And yeah, so that's kind of what that is. And this over here is what is producing our ethanol. So we have the sugar cane set up into this compressor, compressing into plant balls. And I added another brewery here just to kind of keep the setup up and running at a quicker rate. So now we have a big backlog of ethanol now. And as you can see, we have a huge tank of another 256 buckets of it upstairs. I didn't have a super tank at the time, and I thought those looked really cool, so I don't know. Maybe I'll change it at some point, but also added a super sound muffler down here so we don't have to hear this the whole time. I realized when I was editing the last episodes, like you could hear that the entire time, and I'm sure it was super annoying for you guys, so I apologize for that. But anyway, as you can see, there's a cable coming up there supplying some water, and I can kind of talk you through what we got going on up here. So we just used the electrolyzer and just made a bunch of dust. So we got a bunch of sulfur, lithium, sodium, and aluminum from this. We can take the aluminum out. I electrolyzed a lot of different things. I don't even remember all the stuff that I did, but essentially we got ourselves a bunch of gallium and arsenic. So then we can make ourselves the gallium arsenide that we needed for the monocrystalline silicon boules. We have a big supply of that, so that should last us for at least the foreseeable future, but very cool. We got some dust started here. I also made this advanced diesel generator. So this is what we are using to power these MV machines. I have a copper cable behind here, and this advanced diesel generator is getting the ethanol into here. So eventually we will start making biodiesel. It's not too hard to make. I believe I can use creosote, and I think I have one of these titanium drums absolutely filled to the brim with creosote, so we should have a lot of that on the horizon. I also made this advanced gas turbine. It didn't work very well. I couldn't use the ethanol, obviously, so I just had this here, and I wasn't able to get it to produce any power, but we just have it here just for looks. I'll probably get rid of it and replace it with some diesel generators. Second machine I made was this cutting machine. Filled it with some lubricant, and this is what I was using to cut down some of those boules. Then I put these in here with the laser engraver, and we got ourselves 64 CPU wafers, and these are going to be vastly important. That's going to be the next step that we're going to use to get ourselves the second tier of the LV circuits. So let's go ahead and check the quest book and see where we're at. So in the last episode, we didn't really have anything here on the right completed, but we got ourselves some chrome. I even made myself up some stainless steel. I haven't started smelting any of that yet. I just don't see the need yet, but we got ourselves arsenic, gallium, arsenide, monocrystalline silicone boule. We can complete our wafer quest. And it looks like I just got to go straight down here to get myself the electronic processor. So this is going to be the thing that we are going to need. And I spent a lot of time prepping a good amount of these ingredients to make ourselves a good amount of these. Obviously, we're going to need more, but so it's not too bad. A lot of the stuff to make it even cheaper, like this recipe down here, is going to require some polyethylene in these resistors. It takes polyethylene, so that's going to be a big focus today. But other than that, yeah, we just got to take these CPU wafers and make these central processing units. And I think you make these by just cutting it in the cutting saw, which thankfully we have here. So we can just go ahead and throw these CPU wafers in here and kind of let them cook up. They're not too bad in terms of speed, 15 seconds for 8 of them. So I'm not too upset about that. Let's go ahead and fill up the EBF with some more aluminum. I've been trying to keep this thing up and running as often as I can. We've got a good amount of aluminum. I have even more in other chests and in various different forms. But we got a good amount in here. Hopefully that can keep up and just keep our supply of aluminum going. Anyway, let's see. What else did I do? I also added these feral flare lanterns around the base, so we no longer have the torches on the floor, which I think is a vast improvement to the look of the base. So these are pretty cool. They kind of just slowly light up the area over time without any kind of torches needing to be laid down. I did keep the ones on the wall for the time being because, I don't know, just feel like the walls need to be lit up a little bit too. I also added some more down here. What else? We added some more machines down here, just some sifting machines to get some stuff. Nothing super crazy. Got a lot of drilling fluid in here now. So yeah, just kind of a lot of just random kind of keeping up with things. Got a lot of polycopper lactum, even more in here. A lot more dust from the centrifuge. I think the centrifuge worked for, I would say, 12 hours straight since the last episode, just collecting ourselves a bunch of these different dusts. So yeah, so that's been super, super cool. And if I look here in the assembling machine, you can see that I've already started to load it up with a lot of the stuff we're going to need here. So it looks like all we need is to fill it with the soldering alloy, which I have melted in this steel drum. And then we just need those CPU wafers. So we're getting very close to getting ourselves some even more LV circuits. And those are going to be super important to be able to make those at a cheaper rate. To make more of the MV circuits to make those machines. So let's go ahead and put some of the dust back. I also upgraded a lot of these storage crates to the medium storage crates. So down here now in the bottom right, you can see that there is another page of stuff you can store. So that's super, super cool. So now we have lots more storage. I did it for a lot of the ores chests. I didn't get them all completely upgraded, but got a good amount of them. So we can really start stockpiling some items now. But hopefully once we get into HV, we won't have to worry about that. We can just get our AE system up and running. So let's go ahead and check on the wafers. Oh, wow. So you get 8 per. So, wow, we are going to have 8 stacks of these from this. That's a lot more than I expected. And I have so many more CPU wafers. I only did one of them. So that's super cool. Let's go ahead and check this. Okay, so we got that. We got more CPU wafers. Electronic circuits. Integrated circuits. I think after we get these made up, we're going to want to try to figure out if making this electronic assembly is viable. It looks like it's just more soldering alloy resistors. All right, I made some electrum plates in order to do this, and we shouldn't use all of that. We need transistors. That looks like the next thing we're going to need. Silicone foil. How hard is that to make? Just silicone plates, silicone ingots. Just smelt the dust down. Okay, so we might have to do some work with getting some more silicone. I'm not sure. Got a good amount of it here. Let's go ahead and just put some of this stuff away. I was electrolyzing clay dust. That was kind of my main source of silicone. Do I have any more in here? Carbon. Nope, no more silicone in here. I think I have some up here in the electrolyzer still, but it looks like we're gonna need to get some more of that. What is there any better ways to create this? Electrolyzing adamantine. Asbestos could be an option. Then we get to deal with hydrogen and oxygen. I'd like something with the least amount of byproducts. I'm gonna be honest, I think clay dust is still probably the way to go. It's just pretty slow. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that looks like it's probably gonna be the best recipe. So we can go get some more clay. That's not too big of a deal, but let's get some more silicone. Should have close to a stack. We have a little bit over a stack. So then all we have to do here, I believe, is just smelt it down into bars. And I think it should do that at a 1-to-1 ratio. Then we can take that to plates, and then we can take that to foil. And that should be able to make ourselves a resistor. So we're not too far off from getting ourselves a second tier of MV circuits as well. We have everything that we need. We just got to kind of do our due diligence here. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is make ourselves some second LV circuits. What else do we need for this? Let's see. Fine copper wire, good phenolic. Is this a different kind of resistor? Capacitor? No, this should be right. What seems to be the issue here? Is the order all messed up? resistor, capacitor. Resistor, capacitor. This seems strange why this isn't working. Fine copper wire. Good central processing unit. That is correct. Huh. Well, why on earth is this not working? It says it's an LV circuit assembler. Oh, I'm in the regular assembler. That's on me. I forgot. We just haven't had to use our circuit assembler yet, but I know it's over here. Well, that was silly. I completely messed that up. Put these all in here. There we go. Now we should be getting ourselves some circuits. Very nice. So that's just crafting up. We should have enough to make 64. I don't, well, maybe not. I think it takes a bunch per. Does it take 8? Yeah, it takes 8 of these capacitors, 8 of these resistors per each craft. So that's going to be the main thing that we're going to need. These phenolic circuit boards are not hard to make. I made myself some iron 3 chloride and made these. Now I can make the sodium persulfate loop, which I have not set up yet. So maybe that's something I can look into. I have not done any research into that, but let's check. I know I have some more resistors and capacitors, maybe some wires. Boom, boom, boom. That should make us a few more. Let these cook up. All right. Well, there's 10 of them. We're going to leave those in there because we're going to need to make some more of these resistors. That seems to be the thing. Capacitors aren't too bad. How do we make these? Yeah, it's just aluminum foil. Did I make more aluminum foil? No, I have electrum plates in here, though. Might need to make some more of that. That looks like it's going to be important. Silicone ingots. We can go ahead and start making ourselves some plates out of that. Check the quest book while that's going. All right, so what else are we going to need? This electronic computer, I believe, is an HV circuit. So we're going to need to get down this ethylene line here on the end, I think, before that's going to help us. Unless this is an HV. What is this one? This is still LV. So this is just an even cheaper version of the LV circuit, which needs soldering alloy and more of these. Tin alloy, both resistors and both capacitors and transistors and resistors, and these good plastic circuit boards, which it looks like we can just make with more iron 3 chloride, which we have a lot of. These plastic circuit boards, sulfuric acid, polyethylene, and copper. So this is probably going to be that recipe. But we can't do that until we make the polyethylene anyway, so that's not an issue. This electronic circuit still uses an LV circuit assembler, but we need transistors, electrum plates, and resistors. All right. Okay. Well, not too bad. I think we're going to need to make more of these. What's the best recipe we have? Looks like 8 is the best recipe we have, with glue, copper, and fine annealed. Oh, the fine annealed doesn't give you any extra in this one. All right, well, we're going to need to make some more resistors. So we need carbon, which we have. We're going to need some more wires. Made a bunch of these 2X ones. So we'll make this. We need some fine copper wire. That makes foil. All right. So it's this, and then it's charcoal. Or not charcoal, carbon, which I believe we have a good amount of that in here. Yeah, we got a few stacks. So we can get rocking on that. I might need to put some glue. I don't know if I have any glue on me. I don't have any glue on me. Okay, so, well, to get glue, we're going to want to centrifuge some of these resins out here. This thing is completely full now. It is a disaster. It is a disaster. Let's put more in here. I mean, goodness gracious, this is getting crazy. I need to set it up to void some stuff. I don't need all the saplings. I know there's a quest in there for the farming station, but I just don't know how I could use all that stuff that's in there. So this should make us glue, if I'm not incorrect in assuming that. Oh, we have a bunch of glue in here. Oh, I'm a doofus. Okay. Let's grab some of that. Wouldn't hurt to have more, though. Put some glue in. And there we go. We should make another 16 times 8, I guess is what it would be. So that should be a good amount of those. And then the last thing we're going to need is a lot of aluminum. Let's put this here as well. Do I have my wrench on me? I always get my wrench left behind. We should be able to auto output those items into that chest down there, or the barrel. Okay. I also did some exploring in the nether and got myself a pair of dark boots. So these had jump on them, so I can double jump now. So that's pretty cool. I can jump up 2 blocks. Super interesting. I just found some cool stuff in there and thought, hey, may as well wear them. So now that should auto output the items into this chest. Okay, cool. All right. So then the next thing we're going to need is to make ourselves more aluminum plates. So let's grab ourselves some more aluminum. We'll grab 2 stacks of it. It's creating some over in the EBF, thankfully. All right. Let that make us some aluminum plates. And while that's going, I'm going to go into the cluster mill. And right, we need silicone foil. Or is it just plates and tin foil? Let's double check this. So we need transistors with silicone foil, or I can use tin foil and plates. But this needs polyethylene. Okay, so we can't do that yet. So we got to do this recipe first. Not too worried about it. Let's just do let's do half of them for right now. It should make me a few stacks of it. Resistors are going nice. This doesn't have enough power. Probably need to add another one of these. Set up. Should have enough tin wire, no? I don't think that's going to be an issue. Just check, make sure we have some tin wire. Silver wire, tin wire. Yeah, this is okay. It's not great. I actually have a lot of wire if I break it down. Yeah, we'll use a stack of it. There's a lot happening here. There's 1 stack completed. Perfect timing. Also made some Electrum stuff. Needed it for some of the MB machines. I think it was the laser engraver in that instance. There's 2 stacks of silicone foil. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more silicone. I'm going to need a better way to get silicone dust. Centrifuging, is that going to be good? I feel like asbestos. Is asbestos even... Yeah, but then we got to worry about oxygen and hydrogen. I have a full titanium, I have a full titanium drum filled with oxygen, so I know we're going to need more. Silicone. Yeah, clay. Let's just check this one more time. Silicone dioxide. Okay, so I could do sand. That doesn't seem as nice as flint dust, no. Black granite dust. No idea. So it looks like clay is probably going to be the move. Can't believe we already ran out. I did do like 15 stacks of silicone to make those bools, so I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. Some more silicone foil. And these plates are good. Let's put these circuits away. That in here. Do these take foil as well? Or the tin wire? Yeah, they do. Okay, well, that's slightly frustrating. But let's make the transistors first. I think the base is coming along nicely. I just need to do some cleanup with these floors. I know this cobblestone's been here forever, but I'm about tired of looking at it. Let's put this in here. And in the middle. Okay, well there's 21 of them. That's not too bad. I'm not that disappointed in that. What's that unlock? I think it's in here somewhere. Okay, so we got this whole line here finished. Seems like this next area is gonna require the polyethylene, electronic circuits, 2 resistors, 3 circuits, more resistors, or 2 transistors, and an electron plate. It's gonna make more of these. And I believe we can use these in anything that MV circuits are required for. Yep. Does look like it. And that's gonna be much cheaper than making the primitive assembly. All right. Make more of these. Fill this up. And then we need more capacitors. Even more. May want to get some more tin wires rocking. I'm running low on tin, I think. Yeah, I mean, we only got like 5 stacks left. I need to process down a lot of these ores. I've just been lazy about it. I don't really have a super efficient way to do it. Wire mill. All right. That's running low on power, but that's okay. Grab more tin wire before we start crafting this. This is going slow. All right, more tin cable. Head back up to the top here. Make ourselves more of these capacitors. There you go, made 33 more. Very cool. And this should make us some even more LV circuits. I think I had some left over, but not enough. I like this recipe more. This seems more Greg techy to use the circuit assembling machine. Let's just go ahead and let this cook up. Oh, this is good to see. Again, the capacitors were the things we ran out on. There's got to be a better way. Yeah, we need to get polyethylene. That's going to make everything so much easier. So we're going to need an MV assembler for this. Polyethylene. All right, well, I guess that's probably where we're going to have to stop. Maybe I can switch these all over to MV circuits. Only 14. I know we have enough to make a stack from most of the stuff. But polyethylene is going to be super important to help us cheaply craft that stuff. So let's check it out. Electronic assembly. Save that recipe. It needs electron plates, transistors, resistors, these. Need some resistors. That's not going to be enough. What did I do with them all? Oh, they're right there. These, and what is the last ingredient? The electron plates. Okay, so this should make ourselves some refined assemblies, I think is what these are called. Let's see. The electronic assembly. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and get that quest completed too. work our way quite a bit down. And this is our first HV circuit, I believe. And that's going to require some LV superconductor and a lot of electronic circuits. So we're going to need to make sure that we have polyethylene so we can make it as cheaply as possible. Still an LV circuit assembler to make this HV circuit, so I'm not going to complain about that. But I think what we need to start doing is we need to get an advanced chemical reactor, it looks like. The intended route for ethylene is mixing sulfuric acid and ethanol in a chemical reactor, as it can be made completely passive apart from sulfur. If you find yourself running out of sulfur, consider using the vial processor to make blaze rods and electrolyzing the dust. I did do that a little bit. I don't know if you guys caught a glimpse of it, but up in this room I did put down the vial processor and started to get some blaze rods cooked up. So they're in one of the chests up there. But we need sulfuric acid. So we have a lot of sulfur, but to get to sulfuric acid, we need sulfur trioxide first. Let's put these circuit components away, give ourselves a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room. Get ourselves 4 of these. That's not too bad. Yeah, we ran out of stuff. It's all going to be so much easier once we get the polyethylene stuff. That's going to be the process. Before we do anything else, I think I'm going to want to get another gas burning generator or diesel generator. Just because I know we're going to need more machines rocking. Which means we'll probably have to readjust a lot of this setup. I'll probably move... I'll probably have... I don't know exactly how I'm going to have this layout. Let's see here. Let's just kind of see how it's going to work first. I don't think we're gonna need these machines currently. Oh my god, they're making so many. I'm just going to let those sit in there. I just know how that's going to go. Okay. Let's go ahead and start reading. Sulfur trioxide. Let's start with that. Thankfully, we have a lot of sulfur. Sulfur trioxide. Chemical reactor, oxygen, and sulfur dioxide. Or oxygen and sulfur. Yeah, this seems like it's the wave. It uses more oxygen, but it's one. Wait, so this is 1, and this is 2. So it does end up using the same. It just skips a step if I use an integrated circuit in here with sulfur dust. So yeah, let's do this setup. So we just need a regular chemical reactor, which this one's being powered. I could just get rid of this one. I'm using a battery for that one. That's pretty brutal. Maybe I can just move this back down there. Let's see. Yeah, because we have movable oxygen in one of our drums. Yeah, let's do that. Put this dust in here. Take the chemical reactor down. Let's make sure we have some sulfur. Add this down here to the chain. All right, now that is powered. We can put the circuit to 3. Put that in there. Put the oxygen in there. Put the sulfur in there. And this should make us the sulfur trioxide. And with the sulfur trioxide, we can put it back into another... Yeah, we can put it back into another chemical reactor with water. Interesting. So I might want to have another... I might want to move these once these are done or empty, so I can have them set up next to each other. I don't really have a very good way to get water to these right now. I'm not going to lie. Or actually, no, I do. I have water coming in here. Ooh, how am I going to get that around, though? Interesting. So I could just bring it out the front here. So I could have it in here. Let's get rid of the sifting machine. And we're probably just going to make this output into another. Does it need to be, let's see, does it need to be an MV one? Nope, it looks like I can make it in an LV one. But I think this is where we need the MV chemical reactor. Sulfuric acid. Where's the ethylene at? Polyurethane? That's PVC. Polyethylene ingot. So we need ethylene. It's still created. This is where the MV chemical reactor is needed. So we're going to get the ethylene and the diluted sulfuric acid, which I think we could put into a brewery or a distillery. No, we can't do anything with that. Oh yeah, we can put it in the distillery and get our sulfuric acid back. So we can loop the sulfuric acid once we have it, if we get another distillery. So that shouldn't be too bad. But let's see here. Some more oxygen in here. Yeah, so now we need sulfur trioxide and water. So we need another LV chemical reactor. Grab some food while I'm up here too. Made some potatoes. Baked potatoes. There we go. All right, so the chemical reactor. Where we at? Basic chemical reactor. We need glass. We need tin wire. We should have all of this stuff. I don't know why it's being goofy. Where are my cables at? Are they in here? Let's see. Well, So I need some more tin cable. I'm a little bit confused here where all my stuff went. So what am I needing? Let's double check this again. Glass we have, it's in there. Motors, I could have sworn we had more of those, but it looks like, again, it's just tin cable. So tin cable, glass, and then an LV machine casing, which is just more tin cable. Yeah, so we just need to make a bunch of tin cable. So we're gonna need some polycaprolactam and even more tin ingots. Let's get this going. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! This is bad. This is so bad. Oh no! Oh shit! What do I do? Excuse my language. Okay. This is okay, yeah. Oh, this is so bad. Everything going there. I hate that feature. Can I turn that off? I can't. What am I gonna do here? Oh, good lord. That is not good. That is so bad. Now I gotta spend 5 minutes to fix my mistake. Get out of here, man. I hate these things. I don't even remember. Compressor. I think the compressor was this one. And then the alloy smelter. That one maybe. Wire mill was here. That seems right. Where are the blocks that I destroyed? Holy cow. Oh, Jesus. That is not how this was supposed to go. Okay. Everything get in there. I don't want to look at you anymore. Make me some more wire. I think I cleaned it. I think I cleaned it up. It's getting power, right? Okay. So I didn't destroy that. Goodness gracious. That was not at all how I wanted that to go. What was I even doing? I don't even remember what I was doing. I was making tin wire. Right? Yeah, I was making tin wire. Yeah, tin wire. This is making me glue. Okay, tin wire. So I need polycaprolactam foil. What's happening here? It's running out of power. probably true. That was not ideal. Okay, so grab that. Okay, this and this. Does it need a circuit? Yeah, I think it needs to be on 24. That should make us some more wires. Oh, just kidding. It doesn't have enough power. Maybe I should just move this thing into somewhere that doesn't stink. But I kind of like it being here. You know what? I'm just going to wear it. I'm just going to wear that one on the chin and stop these machines from going. I don't need any more glue. I had more than I thought. We've got more raw rubber pulp than I can even fathom using right now. Man, I want my polyethylene. Give me my polyethylene. Make my dang cables before I get mad. Make my cables. We need a motor. Well, hold on now. I thought I just made one of these. It's probably in here. Yep. I keep hitting bad things, bad buttons. I need a glass. I have that in here. Okay. Finally. So we have the basic chemical reactor. So this needs to get fed with water and the sulfur trioxide, right? Yep. So this is going to get the sulfur trioxide, but we want to output to the left here. There we go. So now we have that in here. And then we need water. So it might just take it from here. Do I have my Yeta wrench anywhere? Yes. And then we need fluid conduits, which are, I know they're here. Oh, they're down here in my inventory already. Okay. This isn't going to be an issue, right? Lathe, nope. So we can just take it straight up yonder. Don't need that. Oh, messed that up. It started to work. There we go. So now we should be getting ourselves the sulfuric acid. All right, cool. So we can start working on that. Not too bad. Looks like we need more oxygen. Another reason I'm going to want to start, maybe I should electrolyze the asbestos dust to get myself some more oxygen. Because I know I have a lot of it. Pretty sure I even probably have a bunch in here. Thank God this chest didn't break. Things would have been so much worse for me. A lot of arsenic, a lot of zinc, kaolinites. I probably need to get the asbestos going. Let's check that out. Let's just see what we're working with. Do I have any in here maybe? Yeah, maybe a good amount in here. Let me think. Maybe I should get a super chest or a super tank for the oxygen. This has lubricant in it. This has drilling fluid. Do I have another one somewhere full of something? Light oil? I mean, that would be just if I wanted to make diesel, right? I don't really want that right now. It's only 9 buckets of it too. I had 140,000 of it. I might just void that. Did I not have another super tank going anywhere? So what's this doing? This is getting hydrogen. Probably still do that. Probably will still have it full of hydrogen. Because I think the asbestos dust will turn into hydrogen and oxygen, and a lot of it. So maybe that's what we'll do. We can just have the magnesium and the silicone. Doubles up with giving us silicone as well as oxygen. Yeah, that's probably the play. I'm just going to get rid of that light oil. We need to deal with that at some point anyway. I'm tired of kind of, maybe I can put it here. 192,000 millibuckets versus 32 million. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this one. Yep, we're going to get rid of the light oil. We're going to put you up there. And that should be filling with oxygen. We actually had some in there already. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves the asbestos dust out of here. I think we even have more ore that we can deal with, but right now, not a big deal. Put some of this stuff away. Magnetite dust can go in here. Grab ourselves the asbestos. Do I have any more that I can start processing? Yep, a little bit there. A little bit there. It should give us a few stacks. Not going to complain. I've never actually went out and purposely went and mined that, so I'm not going to complain about any I get. All right. Get this in the electrolyzer as soon as possible. This electrolyzer was clearly going for a super long time too. Sodium hydroxide. A lot of antimony, some more gallium. Got some good stuff in here. Even the sulfur production is super nice. Okay. All right. So, we are creating sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid will go into what looks like an MV chemical reactor. MV chemical reactor with the ethylene, I believe. It's just air and... Oh, that's the last step. Right. Ethanol, sulfuric acid will go into an MV chem reactor, which we do not have yet. So we need to start by making that bad boy. With our new electronic assemblies, no doubt. I think it actually takes 4, so that might be perfect. All right. Chemical bath, no. We need the chemical reactor, advanced chemical reactor. It only takes 2, so we just got to make a MV machine hull. And copper cable's an issue. Since when? Is it just 1x? It is. Okay, well that's not too bad then. I just got to get myself some polycaprolactam out. I'm sure there's some laying around somewhere. Just another reason why I need to get the ME system up and running. Should work. Yep. Very nice. Big tin cable as well. Thank you very much. All right, and that should be the MV chemical reactor already made. Awesome. Advanced chemical reactor. And I think I'm just gonna move these manually. I may set up a automation for the polyethylene, depending on how much we are actually able to make. So I guess let's just put that here. So that's gonna be charging that. I may wanna put this on pause. How much is this using? 60, so if this is using more than 60, it's probably not going to be able to keep up unless we get another diesel generator, which, I mean, we clearly could do. Anyway, okay. Polyethylene. We need this recipe, but we need ethylene first from ethanol and sulfuric acid. Save that. This can go back into a distillery, which we actually have already, so that's kind of awesome. I don't know, I guess I accidentally made like 4 distilleries because I have so many of them. think I did that in preparation for something. I don't know. I don't know if it was useful or not, but I know we have some distilleries around somewhere. Yep, there's 3 LV distilleries. Now I'm probably just going to put this just by itself over here. Just to manually move around the... Put it behind this. Alright. And we'll just put the diluted sulfuric acid in there. Do I have another integrated circuit on me? I really don't want to use this for them. I know I have some around. I'll probably just steal one. Why are you not? Oh, now these aren't auto outputting. How nice. Okay. Where are we at here? So, sulfuric acid, we are out of oxygen. The asbestos should be making us some more oxygen right now. That uses a lot. That uses a lot of oxygen. I forgot in the quest book there's the sodium hydroxide loop, which I actually pretty sure I have a good amount of that dust somewhere. I just think I didn't do it yet. Sodium hydroxide. I think it's actually up in that electrolyzer chest. All right. I swear it rains every day in this world. Every day. Yeah, so we can use this sodium hydroxide to get ourselves sodium and hydrogen. Then we can use the sodium in a chemical reactor with water, and we get it back. So I can just go get a spare chemical reactor, keep it full of water, keep putting sodium in it, keep getting the sodium hydroxide back, and that loop itself will get me a lot of hydrogen and a lot of oxygen. I haven't really found a super big need for hydrogen yet. I feel like I have that in abundance, but dude, this is slow. It takes a whole minute to get this. Okay, well, let's get rid of the asbestos then. And let's get something else going first. Unless it's going into this tank. I'm an idiot. Okay, well, that's fine. This is still getting hydrogen in here. Yes, I am voiding it. Don't worry about it. And let's put this sodium hydroxide in here. This should give us a absolute butt ton. Just to complete that recipe as quickly as we can. So I need to get some more oxygen. So I need to figure out how I'm going to move this ethanol around. I might just need to pump it into a separate drum or something. I don't even know if I can do that. Let's try. Should watch this thing drain. Maybe I should. Well, we have a backlog. It'll be fine. We're getting a good amount here now. We have 105,000 millibuckets. Want this to be extract. Redstone always active. So now this is going to fill up with ethanol. We can just watch this thing slowly tick down once it gets rid of the buffer. Nothing's happening, and it's crazy. I think it's going to take a full 64 buckets for this thing to start even showing that it's losing any. That is insane. I love how easy it is to create the ethanol, thankfully. So we can scale up that setup. Oh, there we go. Now it's coming down. Let this thing fill up. Probably don't even need this much. This is probably fine. Alright, so we have a bunch of ethanol. We're going to need to grab more of this oxygen. Just grab it. 103K. It's a good amount. I don't know how efficient this polyethylene setup will end up being, but am I tripping again? We need ethylene. This is the MV one. Okay. But we're using the oxygen to make the sulfuric acid. Oh, great. I can't just pump into that. Super cool. Now I gotta get a whole fluid conduit out. Well, it worked. That's one thing I like about the drums. You can click them into here. I don't know why you can't with the super tanks. I thought you could. I think the super tanks are really meant to just be stationary and you kind of just get stuff from them. But all right, let's see. Got a lot of sulfuric acid. I might need to get another drum or some kind of fluid carrying device. This one's empty. So we can use this bad boy to fill ourselves up with some sulfuric acid. Yeah, this just needs water, so it's just waiting. Grab some more sulfur and top that bad boy up. Very nice. This can just deplete. Is the ratio decent? Okay. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a sulfuric acid, walk back up into the MV area, and then in that chemical reactor, we should be able to create our first ethylene. This one right here, ethanol, sulfuric acid, and we need integrated circuit with 0 in it. Can I grab one from somewhere? I know I have one around. I know I have one around. I have 2 of these primitive processors, which I could use. Do I really not have one? Well, whatever. We'll just sacrifice one of these. This is all to make these obsolete, essentially, at this point. All right, and it needs to be on 0, which it should be on. There we go. And how long is this going to take? A full minute. Create ourselves our first ethylene and a bucket of diluted sulfuric. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so that's not too bad. Then the ethylene, we take the ethylene and air, which we have an air set up, so we just need another LV chemical reactor. We can use the air from our other setup to create polyethylene. We're gonna need another circuit though, so I may sacrifice that last one. I'm kind of done with the primitive circuits anyway. We've outgrown them, thankfully. We have outgrown them. They have served their purpose for me. Let's see. Do I want to make another chemical reactor? And we're gonna need more circuits. Do I even have any extra? I need to double check. I do have 2 extra. Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe it's a little bit wasteful, but that's okay. This is, hopefully this ethylene or polyethylene setup will make it trivial that we lost these. Another basic chemical reactor. And we're gonna put this one in this room where we have the air collector. We'll put it here, and then we'll have the air collector also outputting up into that. Well, that's not what I wanted at all. Oh, okay. It's just getting hydrogen and just not things we want. Okay. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, we want this thing to give us some air. Uh-oh. Okay. Extract. Okay, so now that's getting air. Thankfully. It's still collecting it. That's pretty quick. Integrated circuit will have to be on 0, I believe. Yep, so let's go ahead and put that bad boy in there. And we can go get ourselves some ethylene. Probably has a little bit of it already made. Yeah, a couple buckets worth. Let's just go ahead and try it. Let's just see if this works. Things are still pretty manual, but we do have a lot of processes automated in a lot of ways, so not super upset about it. Ethylene. And this is not powered, so it's not going to be able to run. I need some tin cable. Can I strip off one? Yeah, let's try it. Okay, well that seemed to work. This thing was already... Okay, so this thing's getting some power now. And there we go. Got some polyethylene. This can go in fluid solidifier to make 1 bar from 144. So this is not super efficient, unfortunately. Well, maybe it's more than I think. 432. It might be like it might be 1-to-1 on ethylene production to polyethylene. That doesn't make sense because there's air involved, but it might be half because we had 2 buckets. Yeah, it may be a little bit of a loss. The laws of thermodynamics are pissed. Yeah, I mean it's like 70%. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, 144 and 1,000, so 1,144 make 144. So we're losing the air. So it should be 1-to-1. Maybe I just didn't quite have 2 buckets. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see here. Let's make another steel tank. And then we'll fill that with ethylene. Let's see. Okay. Steel tank. Or steel drum, rather. Need some long rods. Could have it pumped directly into it. Yeah. Well, since I don't have my wrench, let's put it... Don't want hydrogen in here. One insert. And extract. Okay, so now this is going to fill with our polyethylene. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. We're very close to getting ourselves our first polyethylene bar. Very, very close. Get ourselves some more ethylene. Yeah. We're not doing too bad. It just seems like it's going to be a timely process, so may just have to let it build up over some time. So might need to get something else going while we're working on this. Should make us even more. Let this craft finish, and then I'll take this chem reactor. We'll take this steel drum out. Let's go take this steel drum and make ourselves some ingots in a fluid solidifier, I believe. Yeah, so let's get ourselves some ingots. Get ourselves some ingots in the old polyethylene department. Oh, this is so nice to see. Let's go. This is a big, big point of progression for us, guys. This is super, super cool. I'm excited. Alrighty, so we got ourselves some polyethylene. We're going to need to just click through these to show that we've done it. Sulfuric acid, we did. Ethylene, we did. Polyethylene bucket, we did. Now we can start making some plastic. This we did as well. Sodium persulfate may be completely passived. Yeah, we're going to want to do that for sure. I do have so much iron 3 chloride though. I made a lot of it. So this puts us on the path to making ourselves good plastic circuit boards, which will be our 3rd tier LV circuit, I believe. Yeah, so this is just a different recipe that's hopefully even more efficient, and it looks like it is. We just need more of those central processing units, fine tin alloy, which is just iron and tin, and then these SMD components. So that's not too bad. I'm not going to lie to you. Go ahead and see what we got going on. We can make some different circuits out of the wafers, the integrated circuit wafer and RAM wafers. But it seems like something that we're going to want to start doing is working our way towards stainless steel, which we do have some, so I will smelt that up in between episodes. I don't have too much. I think I just have a stack or two. But it should be a good start to help us get through the quest book a little bit more. What else could we possibly do? We're going to need an advanced assembling machine. Advanced bending machine should just be nice. Basically telling us to do biodiesel, upgrade our power setup. So I think the plan is make a few more of these machines if we make some more circuits. Make the bending machine, make the assembling machine. Pretty much just getting more of what we already created in today's episode, plus a little bit of machine crafting. I'm pretty happy with where we are at the circuits. I don't think we're ready to make this first HV circuit, but I think we are in a good spot to start making a lot of these electronic processors. So that should put us in a super cool position going into next episode, along with getting the stainless steel and upgrading our biodiesel setup, or right now just our ethanol setup. Hopefully it will become our biodiesel setup. But that is pretty much all I got for you guys today. I mean, it's just kind of a lot of technical stuff today. Maybe not super interesting to everybody, but for those of you that have been through this before, it might be kind of cool to see how I went about it. But I'm pretty happy with the progress. I'm excited to keep moving through this quest book. I think I am officially further than I made it in Nomi Factory as far as like the circuit crafting goes. I don't think I ever got this far. I know the pack progression's a little bit different, but I feels like I'm a little bit further along here than I was then, but I could be wrong. For those of you that have watched both series, you can kind of tell me what you think, but that's all I got for you guys. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. And this is your first time watching me, go ahead and subscribe. And if you've been watching me and you haven't subscribed, why not? So go ahead and do that. But yeah, I'm going to be happy to create some more content for you guys on Technological Journey. Planning on doing some other games, or maybe not some other games, but some other mod packs in the future. But this is where we're at right now, and it's a journey, and we're going to get through it. But that's all I got for you guys. It's been Eagle. Peace.